Hello, welcome to video editing mentorship class with Odeme Manfred, the mobile CapCut video edition. Today we will be looking at multi-track layering and editing. In previous videos I've shown you how you can cut, how you can trim. I've shown you what the timeline is and how to import videos into CapCut. But let's look at multi-track editing in CapCut mobile version. So multi-tracking or multi-layering. Tracking is not what you mean by to track something, that's to trace something. So you see this space, this is called a track. For each line, each horizontal axis on the CapCut timeline is called a track. So anything on that horizontal line, like you can see, I just have a single audio track and a single video track. On that track, in the timeline, I have multiple videos and just a single audio. Multi-tracking or layering in CapCut is done with the use of the overlay function. So you click on overlay, and once you click on add overlay, this is for video. It allows you to now have multi-tracks. And how can you do that? So let's say I want to stack up a photo on top of that. So let's look for something that I can use for that. Let's see, what can I use? So let's say this gym photo here. As you can see, the moment I did this, and you're seeing that in the timeline we're now having two tracks playing at the same time. There's a picture, and this picture now covers this image. I can move it around on top of it, so I can still do add overlay again, add another picture. Now this picture would cover up this one. I can go on and on and on and keep on adding overlays like that. So this is what you will refer to as multi-tracking. So we're creating multiple tracks in our timeline. And you can use this for text, you can use this for videos. So if this were to be a logo, for example, let me delete this and go to add photos. Let's choose albums and then we go to downloads and pick my logo. Sorry about that, I picked the wrong layer. So yes, this is my logo, right? And I want to edit this now. Automatically I can then move this logo over to any point here. So if I should have it here, and I can drag it till the end of the video. Remember when I talked about this in the last class, talked about trimming, so you can actually expand a picture. If it's a picture, you can actually expand it till the end of the video since it's not moving. But if it's a video, it will stop wherever the video ends. So I would have this all through the video. What I've done is that I've layered it above the video, so I have it here. So you need to ensure that whatever you want to be the background, because now this text is like a foreground and the video is at the background. So if I want this consistently to be this way, then I have to ensure that I put the background first before I add my foreground, which would then be either the logo or a picture or another video. Let's say we want to do a side-by-side video with this. I still want to do a comparison video. I can also come down and go back to videos and not on downloads, come back to, let's say, let's do camera Let me add this. Yeah. And let me put this down here. So it looks as though I am talking over the video while it's playing. Now remember our scaling. I can scale this down. I can resize if I want to. Remember that, don't forget. I'm showing you how you can work with this. All of those things that could work on the previous one can still work here. If you're editing a multi-track. So I can do this instead and move it to the side here. And yeah. And that's it. I can decide to extract the audio, and we'll come to that later, and I'll talk about it more in details when we come to the audio editing side of CapCut. So now if I should play this video, you can actually see what's happening. So they're all playing together. I have this video up, but it doesn't look so nice, so let's make it better. I think it was better the way it was before. You would agree with me. I know you're agreeing with me right now. So let's go back to 16:9 because that's the original video format, and let's scale it down and make it to be somewhere around the bottom here, and we'll go there and move backwards. So when we play the video, you can then have this. The logo looks a little bit big, so we can drop it and move it this way. I am overlaying this video above this one, all the videos. So till this video ends, it's going to play above all of them. But you need to notice something, that the video doesn't stop until this other one stops. So if I want it to end where the first video, the one at the top, ends, I just need to trim it down to that point, and there you go. We have it to this point. So if I go back again, so that's how multi-tracks work, is that you're laying clips, pictures or video over each other. That is how the multi-tracking in CapCut works. So you always have to go to overlay. Same thing for audio. So let's add another audio. But like I said, I won't be teaching so much on audio today. So let's say I want to add sound effects. Let me put sound effects. Let me get it, the sound effects for an iron. So something like that. Now as I pinch into the timeline, you would notice that I can increase the volume of this as it's quite unheard. So let's say spine or bone. So let me look for bones. Let me look for bones breaking. I think I like this more, and I want to put this exactly where he gets down and tries to stand up. Yes, exactly at this point. So I select on it and move and increase the volume. So if we play, so In audio, I can keep on adding, and at that particular point where they all overlap, you would be hearing a lot of sounds. So if I keep on putting sounds beneath this audio, at this point you keep on hearing sounds there. That is how the multi-tracking version of CapCut works, but it's not called multi-tracking in CapCut, it's called overlay. In audio, you don't necessarily need to click on overlay for you to do that. Just click on audio if you want to add an extra audio. You don't need to click on overlay. Overlay only works for videos. But there's one more thing I need to show you for overlay or multi-tracking in CapCut. Let me use this video. Let me use something a little bit much more different. So I'll trim it, trim. Yeah, so let me get this. Split here. Take out this part. Now this one thing I can do, and I'll talk more about it later on in its own separate. And it's called blending. It's called blending. Because CapCut has made most of its features pro, I'm using a free CapCut account so that it will look exactly the same way it will look like in years. So if you look at this, you see effects and all of that. So once you click on splice actually is the blending mode. So if these are different blending modes in CapCut. So what you're going to see happen here is that the video behind and the video above would sort of blend in a particular way. And let me look for more. So something like this. The moment I play this, if you look at the video now, you're somehow seeing water somewhere, because I have changed the blending mode. And if I should duplicate this clip, remember to duplicate a clip, you just select on it and you come to duplicate. And once you do that, it becomes multiple. And to make this even more fun, I can make it fill the whole screen just the same way the other video is. Do the same here, fill the whole screen and make sure that it's longer. So it looks like they are running and there's a river in front of them, right? And that's the effect of using splice mode. That's a blending mode. So I'm blending the two videos together. I can keep on just duplicating the video, just keep on duplicating. It will duplicate the video the exact length and with all the effects that I've created. It will just keep on doing that for me. So I play the video once again. So you saw that it stayed that way. So I've created an effect of that almost seems like they were running on their treadmill while on a water surface. And while that is not true, well, you can only tell that because the water surface isn't showing that much there. But this is how you blend using CapCut. And you can do this for your regular videos. You can also do this, but works better with multi-tracking. And as we keep on editing, you understand where blending comes in and every other thing, in creating some other effects, which by the time you start using special effects in CapCut, you'll understand why you need to blend. So when you hear multi-tracking, when you hear overlay, this is its function. Thank you for today's class. The next class will be posted soon. Thank you.